detailed discussion about the whole Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. And we need to know this because being the youth of India or any country that is anyhow related to India, this is a very important topic that we have to take care of because being a youth of the country also lies some responsibilities on our shoulders that we take care and we get to know all the knowledges that are going on in the international market. We didn't talk about China yet, but we are going to. So stay tuned. So now we are going to have the reactions on the whole scheme from Mr. OG Michael Sunday. He's a CEO, he's an entrepreneur, and he's whatnot.
So quickly, I don't have much time, but I have a lot few to say because this whole madness about China and everything is really getting out of hand, and it's not interesting anymore, and it's not funny anymore. Now I'm going to be sharing some case studies with us so that we will understand the reason why this movement has to be supported by the Indian people to support their government on this Atma move. Trust me, I'll give you reasons why you should support it. Just like you just said, I'm sure you will understand. First of all, let me talk about the application of Chinese applications in India. The government of India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, I always love to add His Excellency because back in my country we regard these politicians as His Excellency. All right, I say accord the same respect to him as well, as taking a significant step by banning Chinese applications. By carrying out this step, the Indian government, has shown its integrity due to the face of some of the well-known industrial names, including TikTok and WeChat, are also included in the list of the banned applications. Now, let me just wrap this whole thing up by letting us know that the political face-off between India and China in the LAC, that is LAC, has led to this event. There was a kind of will I say there was a kind of bridge of dispute, something like that. All right, I'll tell you how it all started. On June 30th, the government of India has banned more than 59 Chinese applications which work on Android and OIS smartphones. Banning Chinese application is not only due to tensions between the Indian and Chinese government. There is more to it. Now, what is LAC? Let me quickly take us a little bit. I will not waste much of our time. What is LAC? LAC is an abbreviation of for line of actual control. I love this line of actual control. I want to say that this move of Atma, I see it as line of actual control because why? If the Indian government passes this as a bill in India, trust me, India will have control over the economy and things will go well. Do you agree with me on that? Great. Now I continue. This stands as a loose demarcation line between the Indian territory and the Chinese territory. In the past, there has been disturbances that's from the China and then the border of India. I believe I'm correct with this information. Quote me wrong if I'm wrong because I know what I'm talking about. Now, one of the first disturbance that arose between India and China was in 1959 between Zuo and Jawaharlal Nehru. The area comes under the 1962 India and Chinese dispute. Now let us move further. I want to quickly give us 3 reasons for banning Chinese applications. Why the Indian government banned this Chinese application? 3 reasons, very briefly. 1 is territorial perspective, which we're talking about the line of actual control. That is the LAC. It's linked to this. When viewing the above move by the government of India using the principles of territorial jurisdiction, one can come to the conclusion that the above action by the government carried out purely based on territory. Indians just want to secure their territory, and I tell you, it is the best thing to do. I don't need to explain further about that. I believe it is self-explanatory with a little explanation which I have given, because if this move is not taken seriously and this bill is not passed, or this bill is passed and the Indian people refuse to support their government, trust me, China will penetrate gradually and take over. I know what I'm talking about. I will tell you my reasons. Now, when the second reason for Atma move is political perspective. Why? Let me bring it to our notice that when China wants to take over a country or a particular nation, let me use this word, they want to take over a particular country. Do you know what they do? They penetrate through the government. So the government, when they finish their dialogue with the government and all of that, they can easily penetrate to the people. Whatever the government says stands, and the people must follow. That is the trick Chinese is using in most cases. Are we getting it now? So this is a political perspective about it. Let me give a quick review. When viewing the move of the government of India, one can consider that this move is mere retaliation by the Indian government. In the past, there have been different forms of standoffs between India and Chinese. I don't need to say much about that, which has already been explained earlier. And the last one is democratic perspective. India is a country that has one of the largest constitution in the whole world. Owing to this, to protect the sovereignty and democracy of India. Such significant step is taken by the government of India. Protection, the integrity and sovereignty are one of the main aims of the Indian government. See, I love this. It's so interesting for me. Why? This is a government that loves its people. This is a government that have its people at heart. That is what I call democratic government. A government that does not have the people at heart is not democratic. This is just one truth about politics. If you will agree with me, then let's move further. Now, in India, most of the toys that are that are sold in most malls in India, they are produced from China. Do you know that? Most of the toys, the teddy bears you girls carry about and all of that you buy from the malls and all of those things are made from China. Many of them, and that's worth about 4,500 crores. You can imagine how many millions or billions of dollars that could be. Tell me, this is just a very clear penetration, and this is how they do. And I relate this back to Africa. In my country, all right, most of the things we use, like our dresses, most of them back in those days, even till now, we still have Chinese made products for us that we are using. Our dresses, if you check our shoes, our simple wears, our foot simple wears, you will see at the back or at the bottom or at the center of the footwear, it is written made in China. I have come to realize that India is gifted. India has talented people. India has gifted people. They can make things on their own. They can produce dresses, they can produce shoes. So why not support this move? Am I making any sense at all? Now, you can imagine the quantity of footwears and dresses that have been produced from China, and we keep importing them from China to our country, and then we are selling it. Who is making the money? Chinese people. Chinese has penetrated in the market. Now, let me continue so I will save us time. During the COVID-19, medicine that India is making to cure people for the virus, 80% of these materials come from China. Are we aware about that? It comes from China. And now, because of that, China has increased the price, the cost price of those materials because it's coming from them. I mean, let's check this thing. If this move can be supported, all this puhaha the Chinese people are doing will stop. It will stop. It is so painful. Okay, now look at these medicines that they have increased the cost prices. If India decide to produce it locally and it is effective to cure the people of India from this coronavirus, then what is the need of buying or importing it from China. Is there any need? No, there is no need to import those medicines or those materials from China to make the coronavirus cure. There is no need. So this is one of my points. And now let me go to Africa. What has Nigerian government been able to do to ban the importation of items? The present government of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, has directed the Central Bank of Nigeria to block food importations. Why? We have suffered a lot of things from China. Most of the things we eat, like all this junk food and the rest of them, most of them were imported from China. Now, at the point, I believe most of us, we know this chicken birds that we rear to eat domestically, right? Some of us, we eat chicken. Now, the little ones, I think they call it broiler or something, the little ones that does not even have blood in them, China will grind them in the machine and package it and send it to us to eat. And they can't eat it, including the intestine and everything. This is what I call food poisoning. And a lot of people were beginning to suffer cancer of the lungs and all forms of cancer. That period, it was so bad. At the point, I'm sure some of us heard it over the media, over the news, that at the point, China was importing or exporting, what is it called? Rubber rice. China imported rubber rice. When you cook the rice, it's as if it's done, but when you want to eat it, you will see that it's different from the normal rice. Now, what is happening? Let me cut it short. Now, it is a continuation of policy that the president began after coming into office in 2015. This was when he started this policy, because China has really done a whole lot of harm to us. If you come to my country, we have a lot of Chinese people and Indian people in my country. Now, if Africa can make this move as well, then I want to believe that other countries should also be making this move. Even United States of America as well is also against China. I believe I'm correct. So in a nutshell, I want us to see reasons why this Atma move should be supported. You people should support your government. Now, let me give you a brief, a rough estimate of what has been spent on importation of food from China to Nigeria. According to data from Nigeria's National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), the amount of money the country has been spending on importing food and drink increased from 2015 to 2017, dipped in 2018, and if the trend from the first quarter of this year continues, the bill will go up again from this year. In 2015, how much was spent? Nearly 2.9 billion naira. Nearly $2.9 billion was spent. Just imagine. Okay, in euro, it amounts to 2.4 billion, and by 2017, they had risen to 4.1 billion US dollars, according to NBS statistics. Now, what are we not talking about? In a nutshell, Indian can make shoes. Indian can make some of these things. In the whole world, the best the best surgeon in the whole world is from where? I want somebody to answer this question. In the whole world, the best surgeon is from which country? Somebody should answer the question. I want to make a point because I'm rounding up. Shayak there? Better.
I think nobody has the answer. Then you go on because I think nobody has the answer. I think even I don't have the answer.
Beautiful. This is why you need to make your research. In the whole world, the best surgeon in the whole world is from India, your own country. You can imagine the best surgeon is from India. Then what are we not talking about? What does India has? I mean, almost all the whole world is depending on China. Enough of it. This is how China will continue, and then they will creep into the government of each country. And before you know, they will go, what is China's after in Africa? They are after our natural resources. We have gold. We have gold. We in Africa we have diamond. Our phones that we are using. Look at the screen of this phone. This screen, all right. It is made from a stone, a whitish stone, and that whitish stone you can find it in my country. Those that are into mining and drilling, you can find this stone they use in making this screen, and then they import it to China. China produces it and then sell it all over the world. Hey, what is this? The mistake we are making is that some of our countries, the government are not um, sending our people to those kind of countries to go and learn those things and come back and make it our own and ban China from sending those things to us. This is how it simply works, and it's as simple as that. I would like to draw my curtain here so that the other speakers can also say something. Thank you very much, Sayak, for this time.
Thanks a lot, OG. And truly speaking, whatever the examples you have given, and I have seen these kind of topics as in the magazines and everything. I think these are the topics that should be highlighted. And we oftenly go through some of the phases where we don't really get into the whole depths of things, but it's really necessary to go to the depths to understand the whole spectrum of what is going on, right? So with that, I